Hello, Leo, and welcome to your weekly reading. I hope that you are doing well. We are in some interesting energy as I'm reading this, and there was just another earthquake as well as some X-class solar flares last night. Lots going on. Let's see what's going on for you, Leo. This is a message for Sun, Moon, or Rising in the sign of Leo. These are general messages, so take what resonates for you, leave the rest. Try not to build a story if it's not resonating. Check with your moon or rising sign, or keep it in your back pocket. As a lot of times I read on the blind spots, our subconscious, the areas of ourselves that we don't always see or can't see clearly, but they do run and operate our lives, causing delays, frustrations, challenges, confusion. So sometimes these messages can make a lot more sense down the road. But let's see what comes through for you, Leo. We're going to start with an astrology card to see what energy is driving this reading. Okay. Leo, we have the South Node, which is in Scorpio. The South Node is the way to get out of skipping steps. Venus is on the South Node and North Node, squaring both nodes right now. So we're half in the past and half in the future. And the way to continue forward is to let go of the past. Destined to release, it says, South Node. So these are aspects that you are destined to let go of. Okay. Pay attention, Leo. That's a big one. I'll pay attention too, because my moon is in Leo. So let's see what this is all about for you, Leo. And of course, we all have Leo in us, and we all have things to let go of still, as that's part of the human condition. It's part of the game of life, I suppose you could call it. All right, let's see. What else? What's this about for Leo? We have happiness as the first card out. Well, you certainly don't want to let go of your happiness, but something that is keeping you from experiencing your own happiness, which only comes from yourself, internal. We have dependability. That's interesting. And okay. Organization, and there's patience at the bottom here. Okay. So this has something to do with Leo. It could be a job, a career, a project, an organization, a group that you're involved in or would like to create. It's taking a lot of patience and for you to rely and depend on yourself, but also to attract in and manifest others that are dependable and on the same frequency, in alignment with you. It does involve, doing what brings you happiness, and also the understanding that true happiness comes from within, nothing outside of ourselves. It can bring us temporary happiness, but our happiness comes from inside of us. Letting go of the stories from the past, letting go of judgments. Okay. So let's keep going here. All right. So there's some conflict and defeat that's really holding you back from true happiness here, Leo. Maybe things just haven't been working out. It's been a very long. 2022 was definitely a challenging year for us all. And we had to really overcome a lot of fears, doubts, and shed some old beliefs, old stories that were still linked in the mind from our past experiences and so forth. Healing our childhood wounds. It's a lot. So there's been a lot of conflict and defeat that's held you back from your true happiness. I'm also getting that there's a fear there. There's a fear of connecting fully with your true happiness because in the past, maybe, this could be for some of you, maybe when you got there, it got taken away from you, you know, eventually. And so after a while, it's like, what's the point? What's the point? I give up. I quit. That is very relevant in this reading here with dependability. Something that'll stick, right? Well, first you want to trust. When things are taken away from us, Leo, it is not as a punishment. It is to show us that true happiness comes from ourselves and from within, and that things do come and go. People come and go. But more so, we had a lot of lessons still to learn and to release, let go of. Competition, comparison, jealousy, envy. Base chakra. So this dependability also mirrors something within you that may not feel fully safe and grounded when it comes to groups or an organization of some sort. And so it's been really difficult to connect to anybody or anything that is dependable. Like it seems really nice and works really great in the beginning, and then all of a sudden it just kind of like falls apart. Yep, exactly. That causes internal conflict, which then you must go back down deep into the realms of your own inner psyche to do the work, do the inner work as to why is this taking me away from my happiness? This light down here, he's been up here in his happiness, like, yay, and all of a sudden it comes apart, and here's your ancestors assisting you. So you spiral back down into the depths of yourself to find, this also is a card I read about, skipped steps, Venus squaring the North and South Node. In evolutionary astrology indicates skipped steps. So you may have skipped some steps in your evolutionary process, Leo, that had to do with some things, unfinished business within yourself, within your childhood wounds. And it could very much be that. Maybe you had a parent that you were close to as a child, and then your parents got divorced and that parent moved away and you lost that connection that you once had, or something like that. We all have these wounds that we think, everybody goes through that and we just kind of blow it off. But no, that core wound stays, that energy stays within, and it is part of our journey to realize that and let go of that pain, let go of that fear of it happening again, which I'm reading from this, it has happened again. So that just solidifies that fear even more. But there's inner work here to be done, Leo, when it comes to your happiness. Especially when it's linked to others. Yeah, there's fear linked to obstacles and challenges that you have faced and are facing when it comes to other people. I feel like you're fearful of truly connecting and trusting in others because of this wound that needs to be looked at deeper. It's also caused delays, obstacles, challenges when it comes to getting together with a group of people and collaborating with others, trusting them that they are truly going to be there for you and work together with you. Underneath patience, we have the heart chakra. So stay in your heart, Leo. You have a big heart and you know it. There's stand your ground as well below that. So have patience with this process. I see that you are doing this inner work with this reading. It is time to let go of the story, the narrative that I'm never going to be able to trust anybody, and there's nobody out there that is dependable, and it's just going to be a solo mission, basically. I hear that strongly for you. yourself very lonely at times. And this is also linked to your happiness. Leo, I'm getting you can really find your own happiness, but it's only when you're alone. Oh, that's sad. That's sad. I resonate with that one too. But I also know the way out of that. I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you because ultimately it is always our power. We have the power to make these changes internally. Exactly. Princess of Swords. There's some deep wisdom and clarity that's coming to you through this as you're repeating something, a skipped step, going back down into the depths of your inner psyche. And there's a hawk here, so that's seeing things from a higher perspective, seeing the bigger picture of it all. So you might be reviewing, doing like a kind of a life review while you're still here internally. But the sword of truth remains, and this is somebody who has a deep inner knowing, and deep inner knowing that true happiness comes from within. It comes from the heart. So be patient with your heart chakra. It's probably doing some work right now as you do internal work. You may be feeling the love and then closing it back down and then feeling it again and closing it back down. That's part of the process. Allow whatever's coming up for you to come up for you for healing. This dependability, like to be able to actually rely and depend on another, comes from a deep childhood wound that you were left feeling unsafe, unsecure. Four of Cups. So you are actually contemplating how you feel about this right now. And you may have some reservations still. This is sort of just going through your feels, going through your feelings, a period of contemplation. I don't know how I feel. Sometimes I feel okay, and other times I feel not so okay. But it's definitely linked to a childhood trauma or wound that you may subconsciously have shut down or closed off or suppressed, because we have to move on, right? And in childhood, we have to continue on. But that energy remains. So do that deep dive. As you're doing that deep dive, really see what you can find as far as like, why is it that you cannot rely or feel like you can rely on anybody else, especially within an organization or group dynamics? It's something that this is an aspect that's being mirrored to this wound, this trauma within you, deep within you. Okay. Thank you. Okay. So we have the Fool, which is once you kind of clear out this fear and let go of the past, let go of the fear and any of the obstacles and challenges you had faced in the past. I think there's a fear of having to repeat that again. That's one thing you really must let go of, and have a leap of faith. Just trust that there's something so much better for you that life has been mirroring to show you to let go of this. It's very in-depth, deep inner child trauma, as I keep saying. So trust. When you're faced with others, when you're faced with a group dynamic or an organization, trust. Let go of the past fear. And the Hangman. So again, life has you in a slowdown period right now to really give you a new perspective. Being able to see things from a new angle. There's some enlightenment that's going on here right now. This is another reason to be patient with this process. Oh, I just got really hot all of a sudden. So these are all things you are destined to release. Release the fear, release the inner conflict that you can never depend on anybody. Go deeper, Leo. Dive deep into your childhood and see what the universe is really mirroring to you. The giant cosmic mirror has been mirroring to you your whole life. Let go of all of the times you have been disappointed by others. It's a new day. It's a new era. It's a new paradigm, I'm hearing. Trust that. That's Aries energy. Jumping out with no fear. Initiating something new for yourself. And here we go with the true happiness. True happiness comes from within. Surround yourself with everything that that does truly make you happy. Brings you pleasure. You know, pamper yourself a little bit, Leo. You deserve it, for sure. Bring yourself to that happy place you know you can get to within yourself. And the attitude of gratitude is always a blessing. So to be grateful for what you do have in your life right now that, you know, gives you that happy feeling is also an amazing energetic tool. And the knowing, the deep knowing that this does exist, companionship, dependable, compatible companionship does exist. You can depend and rely on that. You just have not been able to manifest it. It's been part of your life path, and now it is time for you to let go of that. Let go of all the pain, let go of all the fear. That is over with. And keep telling yourself, that's over with. The past is the past. But do that deep dive so that you can release that childhood energy that hooks you in fear, causes a lot of delays, challenges, problems, unreliable people in your life that just keep you feeling like I must be all alone, I can't depend on anybody. And for, you know, in a way, yeah, but we are also supposed to work together here on this planet. So we have a tower. So there's something unexpected that's gone down within a group or within an organization of some. And it's really, I think other people are coming to their own awakenings and their realizations as well. This could also be like a whole new organization that you're going to be either forming or joining. But this is just kind of like letting everything burn down to the ground. That was old. Let it go. This is another giant realization too. Aha, I see. And be patient with your healing process. I see that you're guarded. There's still that fear there. You're standing tall. You're standing your ground, but there's still like an inner guard that's like, nobody's getting into my heart. You block your heart. And that's another reason why you're not letting people in. Energetically, you have a shield, and it's yeah, you're holding on to past disappointments. So that's definitely something to let go of here with this reading. We're gonna get one more message for you, Leo, before we wrap this up. And as an energetic exchange, if you don't mind, if you like this video, please click the like button. And if you are not subscribed, please subscribe. Truly helps get the messages out to others that may need to hear it, as well as the growth, helps with the growth of this channel, which I'm so grateful and appreciative of all the new subscribers. It's amazing. So thank you. And let's get your last message for you. We have Birds of a Feather and the Divine Matrix. And I'll tell you, I'm going to read Birds of the Feather from the book. The Divine Matrix is, well, maybe I'll read both. There are two Matrix is just a reality, right? There's a false matrix that we've all been born into, and many of us have been kind of force-fed into believing it to be the only reality there is. But then there's the true divine matrix that comes from the heart, that we can create our own reality. But we'll start with the birds of a feather for Leo. Have you ever wondered how people naturally gravitate to one another and discover a surprising intimacy and connection? There is a kind of magnetic energy, like an invisible ray of light, that gently pulls people together to form something beautiful that can be shared. As in the saying, birds of a feather flock together, it comes from an instinctual need for belonging, you might say. We need community to survive, to thrive, and grow. We humans are social creatures after all. None of us are meant to be alone. The concept of belonging is playing an important role in your life currently. Perhaps you recently found yourself in a group where you knew you were in the right place. Trust those strands of connections, for now is the time to thrive in the community. What you will find is a deeper and more expansive way of looking at the world by baring yourself to others and sharing ideas, hopes, and dreams. However long you stay here is in this journey of becoming who you're meant to be, connecting to community and participating in fellowship is the best thing for you right now. You will flourish as a part of a network of like-minded and like-hearted people. Stick to what feels good and resonates with your heart as true. When you understand the value of this community, you will discover everything you're hoping for and much more than you're expecting. Well, that's definitely in alignment with this reading. Let's see what number 40, what Divine Matrix has to say for you. Do you ever wonder how synchronicities have come together? These meaningful coincidences move life forward in ways we might not understand at the time. We can get trapped in the idea that the world is a place of separate parts with space between, because the true quantum spiritual nature of reality can be confusing. Imagine that everything possible under the sun is waiting to be claimed. You are not separate from what you desire to manifest. Everything is intrinsically connected within a vast living web of life, a divine matrix. Even that which you have not yet observed as part of your life experience is still connected to you. It remains dormant until you choose it. Life operates on life's terms. You don't live in a vacuum, so you are surrounded by a multitude of realities that were brought to life by others. These can surely affect you if you allow them to, but as your thread, your luminous life force, your courageous dream is part of the tapestry of life. You're being invited to be conscious of the patterns you are weaving. Isn't it amazing to know you have such power inherent within you just by being alive? You will see evidence of the truth of this divine matrix today. It is in you. What you do matters. All manner of miracles are waiting for you to lay claim to them. Are you ready? Well, Leo, that is perfect for this reading. So definitely release your fears from past experiences. The experiences you've had up to this point were meant to teach you about yourself, about your power, your beauty. And yeah, there's no fear. You're going to be connecting with others that are in alignment with you. And if you are already, the message is to let your guard down. Have nothing to fear. Okay? Stay in your heart and release the past. And take a deep look at those childhood wounds that are keeping you guarded from other people. All right, Leo, this is the message for you this week. Sending you out so much love. Take care. Bye.